Hi everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Skirad once again. And this is the first ever live stream that after we got enabled we are doing. And in the first ever live stream we are talking about important career tips, which is how to beat the ATS robots. Now, what is ATS robots or what is ATS? It's like a lot of questions. Now, the very first thing is, have you ever applied to a job and never heard back, or have you applied to a job and you have got rejected, or maybe your profile has not gone through and you get a message saying, at this moment, we would not like to proceed with your profile because we have more suitable candidates and all. Now, have you ever analyzed that statement? Key, I have that number of years of experience, I have the requisite knowledge, I have the expertise, everything, but then why I'm not getting a call back? The reason is your CV, your resume. You have created all fancy jargons, you have filled up a nice, beautiful template, lot of tables, paragraphs, and all that. But in the real world, that never works. What works is the simplicity, the minimalism of a resume, which can be screened in 30 seconds or lesser with an appropriate score, and where your skill, your content in the resume should match to the required job description which is there in the system. When the system and your resume match, that's where you get into the next level, which is where you get the calls. And when you start people start calling you and talking with you, discussing with you, and then evaluating whether you are fit or you are not fit, or if you are semi fit, how to make it fit. Okay. Now, couple more things in that. ATS full form is application tracking system. Every company in the world uses this application. This is a software which is used by HR managers, hiring managers, your consulting agencies, hiring agencies. Everybody uses to stream, because this application has got certain way of functioning and how it handles the things. So now we will check how these things work and how these things take further action into. Again, let me share the screen and let me tell you. And by the way, let me introduce myself, Sid, and I have enabled this channel to share a lot of content and knowledge. So if you are new to the channel, do watch the video till the end. Do watch the video till the end, and then hit that subscribe button and like the video, share the video so that you get more viewers and more options to enable, and then also hit that notification button so that you can work and you can see more videos of us. So some of the words that has got blocked, but as we said, we follow the raw methodology of putting everything raw, whatever it is, the mistakes also we don't hide, we don't do that fancy cutting and all. So we are making sure we are live and real. Let's go to the template. So this is a docs that I'm sharing. So there are like ATS rules, then mistakes to avoid, ATS working, and resume formatting. So let me talk with ATS formatting. See, ATS is a software which is used by corporate recruiters, HR teams, and hiring managers to manage their teams and application process from job posting to filtering applications. So, for example, that software where they go and they fill up what is the requirement, what is the preferred skills, what is the expectations from the candidate's profile, and the same way they also, once you apply this, it goes into that same system because that job is linked to that one, and it starts holding the application. And then the functioning works is, first thing is ingestion and parsing. Once the application here, if you see, there are two words which are highlighted, which is word and PDF. Either it can be in a word format or it can be a PDF format. Applicably, it should be in a PDF format. You should submit so that nobody can edit. Because in a Word file, what happens? It is very easy to edit. It is very easy to get misaligned, because you, whatever the alignment you have set, borders, margins, everything, it can go scatter because your system and the application system settings will be different. So it's always better to work on PDF Word, but when you put the final output, it should be in a PDF format. Now, what does it does? It breaks down into raw text. Raw text means it only takes the text, headings, and all. it does not take any colon, semicolon, these, that, nothing. It all takes the raw text, scans the document to extract the data points like your name, contact number, work history, job titles, education, technical skills, whatever it is. All that is the part of the standard profile, whatever the parameters that has been set in that system. Right now, I don't have, but I will also find a open source ATS system and I'll show you a demo so you will understand. So that one it will be. Now that is basically ingestion and parsing. Basically, when your application get ingested into the system, it starts tracking because they have already filled up the information. It is trying to extract the data to match. Second thing is keyword and criteria matching. Keyword and criteria matching is the mandatory years of experience, the role for which you have applied, whether it is matching or not, the softwares that they have listed, whether you know this technology, this software or not. That scanning happens once the ATS profile scans and passes your profile. Basically, once it scans your resume and takes the extracted information, that is called parsing. Parsing means it creates a profile of all the information that is required out of the resume, and then it starts matching with the keywords and criteria. Once that matches, and how well you match with the job. So there is a rating happens to be like preferred skills. If there are like five skills, if you're having two or three, how it matches and all. Then comes scoring and ranking. If your scoring and ranking works, how much it scores? Usually anything above 7 is better. Okay, you will have average chance. Anything touching 8 will be an exceptional. The resume format which I am going to show you is about 8. So that is one. Then the gatekeeper. Gatekeeper is recruiters then review the top. Gatekeeper is once the scoring system done, the requirements are met, everything is aligned. Then it goes to the actual hiring manager or recruiter who is going to conduct the interview or who is going to call you. Now, that happens only when they have got this one. They don't read multi-column tables, graphics, text boxes. Your data gets scrambled here and there because the formatting alignment goes. So they reject that. If all things goes well, if all of the four steps goes well, then you are fully qualified and then you will get a call back. Now, once you get call back, this is basically the first step that you have cleared. Now you got a call back. You have to decide how well you do in the interview is in the next video that will come. Now, this is about ATS working. What are the rules of ATS? The rules of an ATS resume or application tracking compatible resume is single column layout. No tables, no side tables, no text boxes, nothing because parsing will avoid that. Standard sections, you can use professional standard settings like your name, below your name, your email address, your phone number, your LinkedIn profile if you want to give, not anything else. No address, no location, nothing is required. Then comes down to the section of professional summary. When you give a professional summary, whatever the years of experience that you have accumulated, put it in a very short, about 3 to 4 lines, a 4 line a paragraph, if that possible. Or if you want to put it in a bullet format, you can put, but that's paragraph is okay. Then comes to work summary, work experience. Work experience is basically what is your last job, its previous, any last two jobs you show, and remaining you put it in a single bullet format saying if you require I'll give a detailed one, but don't give the details in that because that will increase your resume length. Then comes to technical skills. What databases you know, what applications you know, what softwares you know, what technologies you've worked in past, how much understanding you have, what's the rating and all that. And then you comes to your education. What is your education? Masters, graduation, post graduation, graduation. Then that's it. A post graduation, graduation, any extra certifications that you've done that you can include. After education, there is one column which is missing here is a certification. Okay. Then comes to typography. Keep it standard and normal official format. No fancy, nothing. Arial, Calibri, Times New Roman. Times New Roman is always a standard one, 10 or 12. You can keep at least about 12 or 11. You can keep like 11, you can keep if it is aligning as this one. No graphics, no icons, nothing. It's all plain simple. Standard format, .docx or a PDF format. PDF format, don't upload a scanned format. Up, do it a Word file and then export it. Like I'm using Google Docs. So if you go to file, if you go to download, you have a PDF option. This is in a Word format, but if you click on PDF, it will create a PDF. Use that. That's the 5 step. So you know now what is ATS work, how ATS is working, you know ATS role. Mistakes to avoid. What are the mistakes to avoid? Use only this. The culprit is you put lot of table, lot of eye-catching template that will never work, and that will put you away from all the things. Avoid doing that. Make sure your title is very simple, not this bulky and masculine and all that. It will not work. Dates should be very clear. It should be a proper one if you know exact. Otherwise, month and year is enough. No need to put much of the thing, or you can put the time period between that year to that year. That's enough. Very important. The fixing one is single column, as I told you, standard headings, no more this one, no icons, nothing. Strip away everything. That will be similar for you. ಅರೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರಣ್ಣ ಇವತ್ತು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. Okay, let's continue the last part. Mistakes I've told you, ATS I've told you. Now, let me show you the ATS resume format. So this is the ATS resume format. If I can reduce the zoom, I don't know if I can reduce. Okay, it's about 75%. So you can see, no, but let me keep it to 100% and okay. So the first thing is your name, then your city, state, pin code. If you want to put, doesn't matter. You just put your city and then phone number, email address, and LinkedIn profile, as I told you. Professional summary, 2 to 3 sentence only, not having much information, your core identity, your years of experience, primary, technical, and functional, some information that makes you, that gives a glimpse of your career. Then comes to technical and core skills like category 1 to 3, like for example, operating system tools or platforms, methodology or databases, whatever you know. Then professional experience, only two you see. The last one that you completed and its previous job. That's it. Remaining all you can put it in one single line if you want to. Education, whatever your master's degree, bachelor's degree, that's it. And certification, if you have any certification. Don't put anything that you're pursuing or this. Yes, you can put that is in the end if it is showing that and it has a relevance. Otherwise, just put it. That's it. And that brings to the end of this podcast, this live stream. And that tells you the whole thing about the ATS system. Now, this is a very quick and hurriedly done stream, so obviously it will not be suitable for you. I promise I'll get back to the system again tomorrow morning and I will do a detailed oriented stream on this, the next part of this, which is where I will explain and also I will show you creating one resume in front of you in a live stream. I'll create one resume, ATS friendly. I'll tell you this format what I showed you. If you are follow this, scores 8 out of 10 in an ATS system, which means your CV is going to go through the system without any trouble. Because if you see the format, there is no tables, there is no chart, there is nothing. It's a simple one single layout structure. That's the beauty of a ATS resume. And at the end, again, I will say thank you very much for giving your 14 15 minutes of the time, which is very precious. And I believe this would give an important element. These informations will be available to you. I will somehow, I'm rushing back, so I will come back. I will add it. Website is also coming up, so you will be able to see. Maybe night, if I get time, I will record one more stream through mobile and I will try to get it done. Okay, so till then, thank you very much and see you tomorrow morning with a new stream. Now that live stream is enabled, we'll have multiple streams and all. Do watch this video, pause it, take the entire format, I mean, copy the entire format, and then you can do that. Okay, let me try to put this one. Okay, I will put that in the description of this live stream later. You just check it. Okay. Thank you very much. Ending the stream. Bye.